Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the first edition of Astromantia. My name is Astro-Ascension. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. So tonight I'll be doing some live astromancy readings consisting of the celestial tarot and the planetary dice. So I'll be doing live readings from there. Before we get started, I just want to welcome everybody to the stream. Welcome Cat Goddess. Welcome Rish. How is everybody doing tonight? And also happy Saturnalia. It is the first day. It is the first day of Saturnalia. The Roman holiday dedicated to the god Saturn, or Kronos in Hellenism. So there you have it. With that, happy holidays, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. And before we get started, I just want to let everybody know that I have changed up my channel a bit. I dropped the tarot name to reflect my role in the Hellenic church. The Hellenic temple, which is an oracle. So I will be going by my role there. So I appreciate everybody's loyalty here, and subscribing to me. And there we have. And now we have a couple ground rules here. So 1 free question per person. Free 3 card readings are picked at random. Donations $5.55 or up get priority and get the full readings for cards. And you can donate on my Venmo or CashApp Astro-Ascension 5. So you can donate on those links. So before we get started, I want to get a general energy, message out for this night. So here we go. Get off the table. Get off the desk. I'm working here. All right. What does a collective need to know at this time? What does the collective need to know at this time? Too many cards popped out. What does everybody need to know at this time? What does everybody need to know at this time? What does everybody need to know at this time? What does everybody need to know at this time? What does everybody need to know at this time? What does everybody need to know at this time? Okay. Message is ready. We have the Five of Wands reversed. Two of Swords reversed. And the Three of Cups. So in mirror, get off. Stop. Take it. Okay. So, pardon the interruption. We have the Five of Wands reversed in the Saturn position. Two of Swords reversed in the Jupiter position. Three of Cups in the Mars position. So I would say in this time here with the five of Wands reversed in the Saturn position is that we are getting over some conflict here. So the challenges that we're facing here, the lessons is that we're facing some internal conflict right now. Also, we may have like dealt with conflict in the past here. With the Five of Wands reverse here, so we're definitely dealing with some abrupt changes, getting over that, getting over conflict here, with the Five of Wands reverse here. Now the Jupiter position, Two of Swords reverse here. So at this moment, communication may be blocked over. I'm also seeing some indecision going on here. So this does create like some indecisions in the future here, with the Two of Swords reversed here. So now Mars position, we have the Three of Cups. So I would say make some connections. Also, connect with others. Make friends. So it's going to be a time for you to connect with community here. So Three of Cups is community. It's projecting yourself outward. So that's what I see here. With that, now I'm going to do the planetary dice. Alright, so we have Uranus in Sagittarius in the first house here. So definitely in our personalities, in our personal ambitions here, is that with the Uranus in Sagittarius, it is going to be a time for you to change up how you expand, how you move forward in life here, how you like changing your philosophy, with that. So it's also going to be time that your optimism is going to change at this time here. So that's what I see with the Uranus in Sagittarius in the first house here. So hope this resonates for the general audience here. And now I'll get into picking questions. All right, Cat Goddess, what does January potentially have in store for my loved ones and I? All right, what does January have in store for Cat Goddess? What does January have in store for Cat Goddess? What does January have in store for Cat Goddess? What does January have in store for Cat Goddess? What does January have in store for Cat Goddess? What does January have in store for Cat Goddess? What does January have in store for Cat Goddess? What does January have in store for Cat Goddess? What does January have in store for Cat Goddess? What does January have in store for Cat Goddess? What does January have in store for Cat Goddess? What does January have in store for Cat Goddess? What does January have in store for Cat Goddess? What does January have in store for Cat Goddess? Alright, Cat Goddess, we have Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups reversed, and Temperance reversed in the Mars position. So we have this. So we have the Saturn position, Ace of Pentacles, the Jupiter position, Ace of Cups reversed, and the Mars position, Temperance reversed. So Saturn position, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So the lesson is to go after your opportunities, and go after new beginnings for you. And it's also going to be a time to cultivate like new projects, new work here, with the Ace of Pentacles here. So I do see that you're in January with the Ace of Pentacles there. It's going to be a time for you to go after your what you want in the future. So I do see that there is opportunities coming in for you now, but Jupiter with the Jupiter position, Ace of Cups reversed here. It may be a struggling time for you emotionally here, because maybe that you may be dealing with some emotional burnout from 2025, and now it's going into 2026 here. So I do see that it may be a time for you to, it may be a emotionally trying time for you, with the Ace of Cups reversed. So although you're going to have all these opportunities coming in, it may not be to your liking here. So you may approach these opportunities with apathy here, with the Ace of Cups reversed here. So now finally in the Mars position, Temperance reversed. I feel like whatever imbalance you're dealing with, it needs to come back into order, with Temperance reversed here. So I do see that you need to make things happen to bring that balance back in, with Temperance reverse. So it does feel like you're out of balance. It does feel like you're out of sync here, but Mars is saying to be in balance here, to bring balance back into your life here. So that's what I see here, Cat Goddess. Now I'm gonna do the planetary dice, the Astro dice. Alright, so we have Mars in Taurus in the 5th house here. So with Mars and Taurus in the 5th house here, is that definitely It's definitely in your creative projects, in your hobbies, whatever you do for fun here is a time for you to stay is a time for you to stabilize that, bring that back into balance, um, and try to find what it is you like to do in your hobbies here, with the Mars and Taurus in the fifth house here. So it's definitely going to be a time for you to stable. It's to bring stability into that, with the and security with the Mars in Taurus in the fifth house here. So hope this resonates for you, Cat Goddess, and thank you for your question. All right, Rish. Will I progress financially in the future, in the near future? Will Rish progress financially 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 in the near future? Alright, Rish, we have Death reversed in the Saturn position, the Hermit in the Jupiter position, the Devil in the Mars position. So I don't see that you're going to I don't see that you're going to progress financially here. Here's the reason why. So we have Death reversed here in the Saturn position here. So I feel like things are coming to an end here. In terms of your finances, maybe like a job that you're leaving. Maybe you're leaving a job, and it's hard for you to go towards a new beginning at this time, because there's transfer the lesson is that there's transformation being blocked here. So that's the challenge. The challenge is that you don't have any transformation coming in, with your finances here with Death reverse. Normally when this is upright, it does indicate that there's transformation going on, there's change, but reversed, it's blocked off. So you feels like you don't have any change coming in, even though that you're going through some endings here, but I feel like your position for a new beginning is being blocked here. Now, Jupiter position, we have the Hermit. So the opportunity is that you can, I would what the cosmos is saying to me is that, right now it's a time for you to take a step back and reflect and see where your true path lies. So it's going to be a time for you to do some introspection at this time. Normally with winter, it's about reflection. So a time of reflection here. So you do need to look towards you do need to have your light towards the right path here, and I feel like there's that light there. So the opportunity is to follow that path, follow what is right for you with the Hermit. So now finally in the Mars position we have the Devil. So right off the bat, no, you're not going to progress financially. And the Devil is not a progression card. It's restriction. So I see action being inhibited on your finances. So there's a lot that needs to be done here. Um, there's a lot of holding back here is what I see here, and it may be the the transformation that you're blocking um, with the Devil. So don't so the advice here is to not be caught on to somebody else's um, on somebody else's opinions here. Um, so it's gonna hold you back here in the near future with your finances. So I'm gonna do the Astro dice. All right, so we have Mercury in Taurus in the 9th house here. So definitely definitely it's gonna be a time moving forward for you to be secure in your mindset about your finances, and where you're gonna go in the future, how you're gonna progress in the future. So definitely have that secure mindset. So um, so think structurally in the near future, to bring security into your mindset when you're moving forward here. So hope this resonates for you, Rish, and thank you for your question. My pleasure, Cat Goddess. Hi Maggie, how are you? I'm doing well. What energies toward me do you What energies toward me do you see from the place where I am currently applying as an educator in New York, Brooklyn? Do I have a chance? So, will Maggie have a chance in being an educator in New York? Will Maggie have a chance in being an educator in New York? Will Maggie have a chance as being an educator in New York? Will Maggie have a chance at being an educator in New York? Will Maggie have a chance in being an educator in New York? Will Maggie have a chance in being an educator in New York? Will Maggie have a chance in being an educator in New York? Will Maggie have a chance in being an educator in New York? Will Maggie have a chance in being an educator in New York? Will Maggie have a chance in being an educator in New York? Will Maggie have a chance in being an educator in New York? Will Maggie have a chance in being an educator in New York? Will Maggie have a chance in being an educator in New York? Will Maggie have a chance in being an educator in New York? Will Maggie have a chance in being an educator in New York? Will Maggie have a chance in being an educator in New York? Will Maggie have a chance in being an educator in New York? All right, Maggie. In the Saturn position, we have the Queen of Wands reversed. In the Jupiter position, we have the Prince of Swords reversed, and Mars position, we have the Princess of Pentacles. So I do see you having a chance here, but with the Saturn position, Queen of Wands reversed here, you don't have any confidence. I feel like you don't have any confidence in yourself in doing this job here. You do need to build your confidence here. I don't know what you have to do, but maybe a time for you to maybe like educate yourself a little bit more about this job. So that will build you confidence here, with the Queen of Wands reverse here. Now Jupiter position, Prince of Swords reverse here. So feels like I feel like the opportunity here is to communicate out to this place that you're going to teach at. You do need to talk to these people. You do need to put yourself out there communication wise. Maybe I feel like with the Prince of Swords reversed, you may need to like educate yourself a little bit more about this job. And also just I feel like you're a little shy in communicating here, in talking to these people on teaching here. So I feel like that's how you can get your confidence up, is that you need to communicate, get your ideas out there, start like maybe educating yourself a little bit more about this job here, with the Prince of Swords reverse here. So now finally in the Mars position, Princess of Pentacles says yes. You do have a chance. The opportunity is there. So you do need, so before you go after this opportunity, they're gonna give you the offer here. Princess of Pentacles shows that offer. I do see that springtime is when you'll get the offer, because we have spring in the outcome position, which is the Mars position. So what to do moving forward here is to take that opportunity, and also work on like maybe educating yourself a bit more about this job. Maybe start communicating out to these people, with that. So in order for you to build your confidence, so I'm gonna do the Astro dice here. All right, so we have Venus in Capricorn in the second house here. So definitely what you like about this job, what you so definitely in your finances, it's definitely going to bring something. Um it's definitely going to bring you something that brings you stability, that brings you structure here. So I do see structure so I do see structurally, it benefits you in your finances here. So I do see, it may be that you need to build a long-term commitment to this job here in order for you to have structure in your finances here, with the Venus in Capricorn in the second house here. So I do see that you like the structure of this job. Bring structure into your finances here. So hope this resonates for you, Maggie, and thank you for your question, and thank you for being a moderator. It is my pleasure, Rish. My pleasure, Maggie. Hi, Perik. How are you? Alright, will I find new love soon or someone from the past will return? Alright, will Perry find new love soon or someone from the past will return? Will Perry find new love soon or will somebody from the past return? Will Perry find somebody new in love soon or will somebody from the past return? Will Perry find new love soon or will somebody from the past return? Will Perry find will Perry find new love soon or will someone from the past return? Will Perry find new love soon or someone from the past return? Will Perry find some new love soon or someone from the past will return? Will Perry find new love soon or will somebody from the past return? Will Perry find new love soon or will somebody from the past return? Will Perry find new love soon or will somebody from the past return? Alright, Perry. We have the Two of Swords reversed in the Venus position. The Moon. In the Moon position, we have the Emperor. And Mars position, we have the Princess of Pentacles here. So I do see, so Perry, with the Venus position, Two of Swords reversed here. It feels like in your, I feel like you do have somebody new coming into your life here with the Princess of Pentacles. This does indicate that there is somebody new here, but we gotta go through this. So Venus position, Two of Swords reverse here. Is that in your relationships it's hard for you to make a decision here. And it's also hard for you to communicate out to somebody that you want here, with the Two of Swords reversed here. So I do see some what I would say like indecision at this time, um, unable to make a commitment at this time. So it feels like there's indecision, maybe mixed messages coming in here, with the Two of Swords reverse here. So now Moon position, we have the Emperor. So I do feel like you feel like you're taking control of your love life here, and I feel like this is you taking the initiative here. It's more like you taking initiative of what to do, moving forward in your relationships here. So emotionally, I do see, you feel like you want to take over. You want to go after the person that you love. Go after the person that you want to connect with. I'm gonna get you down. I'm working here. All right, so it does show that you feel confident. You do feel like you can have structure, emotionally structure into your relationships here, with the Emperor. So now, finally, Princess of Pentacles does indicate somebody new is coming in, and you do have those opportunities coming in. So you do need to act on those. So Cosmos is saying act on it, and also keyword here is spring. So it's definitely going to be a time for you to cultivate those connections here. Mira, get down. So so I do see that it's going to be a time for you to cultivate that. So in order for you to do that, you need to go through the indecision at this time, um, with the two swords reverse here. So communicate out. You do have that. You do have that opportunity to communicate that. With the Princess of Pentacles. So now I'm gonna do the astrology, the astro dice here. All right, so we have North Node in Leo. North Node in Leo in the 6th house here. So definitely, what you need to do moving forward into the future is definitely in your everyday life, your work, is like you do need to build that confidence. Build confidence in yourself. Build confidence in what you do, in what you in your work, and what in like in your health here too. So build that confidence here. So what you need to do moving forward. So the North Node is your purpose. So your purpose moving forward is to build your confidence. That's what I'm seeing, here with the North Node in Leo in the 6th house here. So hope this resonates for you, Perry, and thank you for your question, and thank you for your subscription. yeah, maybe that. What is it that you're trying to teach, Maggie? Hello, game. How are you? I am Montu. Does Anu miss me and think of reaching out to me for reconciliation? Alright. Does Anu miss Montu and think of reaching out to them for reconciliation? Will Anu reach out to... Does Anu miss Montu? 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 Does Anu miss Montu and think of reaching out to them for reconciliation? Does Anu miss Montu? Does Anu miss Montu? Does Anu miss Montu? Does Anu miss Montu and think of reaching out to them for reconciliation? Does Anu miss Montu? You gotta jump. Does Anu miss Montu and think of reaching out to them for reconciliation? Does Anu miss Montu and think of reaching out to them for reconciliation? Does Anu miss Montu and think of reaching out to them for reconciliation? Does Anu miss Montu and think of reaching out to them for reconciliation? Does Anu miss Montu and think of reaching out to them for reconciliation? Does Anu miss Montu and think of reaching out to them for reconciliation? Alright, Montu. We have the Five of Pentacles reversed in the Venus position, Two of Wands in the Moon position, and the World in the Mars position. So it does indicate. So the World is definitely a reconciliation card. It's definitely bringing things together. And bringing completion into the connection with the world. So now I'm going to start with the Five of Pentacles reversed in the Venus position. It does indicate that you guys have had losses in the past. It definitely like poverty, and you're definitely getting over that. So it feels like for you, this connection is moving towards a new place at this time, and recovering from loss, recovering from the poverty, with the Five of Pentacles reverse. You just need to go through this. You just need to go with the flow with this river on recovery. So it does indicate. It does indicate that we have recovery coming in, to this connection here, with the Five of Pentacles reverse here. So now, Moon position, Two of Wands, definitely feeling like you gotta make a decision moving forward onto this connection here. And I do see that on that path forward, to this connection here, it does indicate, Two of Wands does indicate a path moving forward for this connection, with that. So although recovering from the losses, I do see that, this is definitely reconciliation coming in here. I do see reconciliation coming in here. So now finally in the Mars position, the World, it does feel like things are going to come full circle here. It does. I do see that you guys are going to come full circle. Definitely there's going to be some completion coming in, with the World here. So definitely definitely reconciliation coming in here, because it also, with the Saturn, it does show, that there's going to be more, discipline in this more discipline in this connection. So feel like adding more structure into this connection moving forward here. That's in the Mars position. So now I'm going to do the Astro dice here. So we have Neptune in Gemini, in the 8th house here. So definitely in your, this has to do with losing personal belongings here, with the Venus and with Neptune in Gemini. It does indicate that that you have to go with your intuition on communicating out to this person. So definitely moving forward, is to go with the flow with the communication. I do see that, with the Neptune and Gemini in the 8th house here. So that's in the transformation of this connection here. So that's how you guys can, that's how the start over happens. So communicate out your intentions, with this person. Maybe get those into order. So think about. I feel like you're going to be deep in your head about this year, with the Neptune and Gemini in the 8th house here. So I hope this resonates for you. Montu, and thank you for your question.